Good grief, Kerry Ellis and Brian May, hello.
God, there's an introduction. Wow.
How are you two?
Very well, thank you. Do you not tweet as well? Have you
Do
not
I
got
what?
a Twitter
Of course
on
I
that
don't.
account?
Do I
You've
look
got
like a
everything
Twitter? I look like a
else.
twit.
Email, phone
I
in.
don't do that stuff.
Twitter.
I don't do it either. I don't
It's the
tweet.
new thing. I'm
I
loving
went
it.
to the bank. Sorry, we were supposed to do an in-depth interview about your single, but I went to the bank this morning to pay some money and some checks. And this guy said, "Oh, you don't do that. You go to the machine now. Have you done this?"
Oh, no, I can't bear it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, nor could I. So,
It's
no.
brilliant.
So I went to the machine. And put in some money, the 3 checks, and it came out. And the girl's standing there watching me press the buttons and things, and it came out 1,800 quid. More than it's supposed to be. A little readout. And I went, well, that's a result.
Computers are marvellous,
And
aren't
she
they?
said to me, oh, that'll be all right. And I went, well, it's wrong. She went, no, don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
My God.
So I think if you wanted a drink
good,
tonight, it's
though.
probably the best chance of a week of me buying you a couple of beers. It's extraordinary. Sorry, hello, right.
Hello, Chris.
Last September, West End musical star Kerry Ellis, that's you, released her debut album, Anthem, which I actually bought, and I don't buy many albums.
Hey.
You get it free once I bought it.
Hey.
Produced by Queen rock legend, this is you, Brian May. They're now taking their collaboration a stage further with the release of a remix of Defying Gravity, which is one of the big tracks from the musical Wicked, and a standout song from the album. How did you two meet?
In musical theatre, darling.
Darling.
Really? We were boys venturing into musical theatre for the first time, and you know all about it because you came to the first night.
I came to the night We Were Rock You. It was fantastic. When you, Brian, were playing air guitar in front of me.
Yes, we were very close
It's
in
just
those
so
days,
weird.
weren't we? We were very
It
close.
was just weird.
Yeah,
I suppose
my
you
heart
can't,
was.
you can't
it was
not, can you?
It was a strange thing because that was my first experience of a first night in the theatre where I wasn't actually playing or doing anything. So it's, we're sort of uncle to this musical, and
It's done rather
these
well.
days,
Your
it's
nephew.
it's done very nice. Yeah, these days we do play. I mean, I think we were very cautious in those days of not trying to upstage our own artists, so I didn't play that night. But very often on first nights these days, I get up and play, and Roger occasionally does, and it's a great kind of bonding experience with the cast. I hate sitting there and not being able to do anything, really. It's much better to be there and amongst it and doing it, because that's what we do.
So, in answer to my question, then,
What
where
was
did
your
you two
question?
meet?
Well, we met when Kerry came
finished
to
at
do
5.
the show. That's all we have time for, I'm afraid. Well, I'd seen her in understudying in My Fair Lady.
Because you were Eliza for Martine, weren't you?
I was that cover.
Now, My Fair Lady's a million miles away from We Will Rock You, but it was an astounding voice, an astounding presence. So we invited her to audition for We Will Rock You, and she instantly got the part. And of course, it was creating a role in those days.
Which is,
Nobody played
Meat.
the role of Meat, who's the rock chick with the heart of gold.
It's her.
And that was Kerry.
The role you were born to play.
Yeah, she was born to it, and she did it for 2 years. And during that time, we sort of vaguely got to know each other, and we did the cast album and stuff. And I said, look, I would really, really like to make the album with you one day if you want to do it. And so we just kind of gradually edged into it.
So it's quite a long gap, that's about 4 years or something?
Oh, it's a long, long gap. But of course, both of us have been incredibly busy. She's become an international musical star in Wicked, which was really a huge thing and a huge thing for her. And she's done it on Broadway as well as the West End. I've done a couple of world tours with various people, like Paul Rodgers. And,
the Queen tour with Paul,
Yeah, but all the time we were just building tracks. So whenever we got an opportunity, we go and do a couple more things. Very experimental. And then about a year ago...
I did a couple of world tours.
I know.
Well,
You know how
you
you
just
do.
chuck them in there, yeah.
You know how you do. And then Kerry, I remember, yes.
Oh, dear. But then we would bowl in the studio and do it. And about a year ago, it started to crystallise. We started to know that we had an album. The search was over, kind of thing. And suddenly it took shape. And it's very big, as you've heard. It's very rock and it's very orchestral. It's the sort of thing, sort of dream in my head that I would like to have done something like that at some point in my life. And
You still can, Brian. You're a young man. You still got hair.
Time is running out.
God, have you got
Chris.
hair?
But you have to have a singer, and I was very fortunate in much of my life. I had a great
Let me
singer.
play
You
the
need
tune.
a vehicle. Yeah,
Let me play the tune, Defying Gravity, and then chat on so much more.
This is the remix of the remix.
Of the remix.
Something has changed within me. Something is not the same.
So you can sing a bit then, Kerry Ellis. Good grief.
It's fun to hear it.
She can
You
just
don't
a bit.
hear it very often. It's great.
Well, you hear it a lot now, Defying Gravity. It's out in March, on March the 20th. I know more about your life than you do. Now, the tour... And you're going on this as well, Brian. Well, you have to.
I am indeed.
You know when you start, where you go? You don't seem to know anything about what you're doing, you two.
We start on the day after the royal wedding, so we start on the 1st of May.
1st of May.
Which is the Albert
when the
Hall.
whole country will have hangovers.
Yes.
Except, obviously, for, His Royal Highness. Kate. May the 1st, Royal Albert Hall. Additional 4 p.m. matinee show. Have you agreed to this on day one?
We have
Well,
indeed.
it's sold out. The evening's sold out, so we had to put another show
Cram
on.
more people in.
Fabulous.
May the 3rd, you got a day off. Call this a tour.
And then
May
we're
the
out
3rd,
round
Liverpool
the-
Philharmonic. Gateshead on May the 5th, and then right through Sheffield, Nottingham, Birmingham, Edinburgh, Glasgow, Cardiff, Manchester, Milton Keynes, Southend and Bath.
Indeed.
So how will it work then? I mean, you're just literally trogging around the country with Kerry.
Yeah, easy sounds easy.
Pretty
Well,
really,
no,
doesn't
you
it?
know what I mean? I mean, you're staying in rather grand hotels. I mean, because you're not, you're a bit past keeping in the back of vans now, aren't you, Bri?
I think we'll stay in the odd hotel, yeah. We manage it. It's a big deal. I mean, it's a first, it's a good sized tour. It's concert halls and stuff. And it's quite a big band we're taking out, which is great because it's a very big album, so we have to kind of do that on stage. It's exciting. Yeah, it's a very new venture, and a lot of the tickets are gone already, which is great. I didn't expect that it
really
would
well.
get such a great reaction, but it seems to have got a very good response.
Kerry,
So, yeah.
were you in awe when you met him? No, seriously, you're obviously not in awe now. Now you've got to know him, but were you in awe?
Yeah, well, of
Because
course.
he is a bit of a rock god legend, isn't he?
Absolutely. I mean, especially the first night that I was doing My Fair Lady, and of course, word gets round, Brian May's in the audience.
Well, you can't miss him, can you?
So,
The hair comes
of
in and Brian
course,
comes in
you're
10 minutes
like,
later.
Oh my God, and then,
Watch
and then
it.
you're getting called in to audition for him. Yeah, of course. Of course I was in awe. And it was a real...
That's great because you seem like real mates now, apart from just like, obviously collaborating on on
Well,
this
I
particular.
forget,
but he's a rock legend.
that he is until,
Yeah.
you're walking down the street and he gets papped and then you go, oh, well, yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, that whole thing. It's a shame, actually, today we're on the radio, not on the telly, because we could have seen Brian's bandage, couldn't we? What have you
It's
done?
a bit of a sad thing, isn't it?
What have you
Yeah,
done?
It's
Is that your guitar? Well, it is one of your
It's
guitar
my
fingers.
bar finger, yeah. It's my fritting bar finger, yeah. I cut it on
Bar
a
finger.
can. It's one of these stupid things you wish you could turn the
rock and
clock
roll.
back. Yeah, I was opening this.
There was a few cans of beer late night with Roger.
It
Probably.
was not beer. No, it was olive oil.
Oh, please. It's hardly rock and roll, Brian, is it?
Okay. All right, it was beer. It was right. It was
And you
tequila.
can't get Keith Richards to come in and say, oh, man, I cut my finger on a tin of olive oil. I don't think so. So does that affect you? That'll affect your playing.
Oh, not at all, no.
Well, no, but it will, won't it?
It will affect this coming Thursday. I was hoping to play in Copenhagen because we're launching a version of We Rock You in Copenhagen, so I won't be able to play now, but I'll be there. Roger will play, and I will be laughing because
Well,
he
Roger
usually
play
watches...
guitar.
Well, he can try. no, I think he will actually go on and play drums, actually, which would be nice. Usually he watches me do guitar.
Yeah.
So I'll be there watching him, and I'll do red carpet and stuff. And
How many countries does it go to now?
it's been in a lot, I think about 30.
Good grief.
But it comes and goes, we're not
Yeah.
in them all of the time.
But here in town, it's been 9 years, is it?
It's it's about 9
fantastic.
years.
Wow.
Yeah, incredible, yeah, lovely. And in Germany, it's been almost 9 years as well. So
Do you relax? Do you ever stop?
Do I ever? No, I don't sleep.
Not being funny. I mean, you were just another one of those sort of incredibly prolific guys who clearly has, had a fantastically successful career with Queen, and you think that'd be enough for most people in a lifetime. You just keep going.
Maybe. I don't know if it's some kind of mental affliction, but I'm never still. I find that I have to be doing something. And if I'm not doing stuff, like at Christmas, I get really bad. I get very depressed. So I think I'm just a person who needs to be doing stuff and creating stuff.
So
I love
really,
it.
if anybody's invited to Christmas lunch around your house,
Forget
probably
it.
one to avoid.
Hate Christmas.
We'll go around Kerry's house and have her turkey.
Yeah, she'll be jolly.
Oh, bless you guys. The single Defying Gravity is released on Monday, the 20th of March. And Kerry and Brian are performing at the Royal Albert Hall on May the 1st, and then the tour continues. Lovely to see you both.
Thank you, Chris.
I don't need to say it, but lots of luck. You're good
Thank
fun.
you.
Cheers.
Come
and we're
down.
on Twitter later this afternoon. While her tune was going around, she was taking snaps for Twitter. Brian and I are going, what's Twitter?
We don't understand it.
Get
do
on
we?
We will be
Twitter.
on Twitter later in the day.
People love it.
Bless you guys. Radio 2 on a Monday afternoon.
You gonna take me home tonight? Get on your bikes and ride!
Oh, we've had the speakers up so loud.
We
for that.
love it.
Fat Bottom Girls.
Yeah.
Written by Brian May, Queen. Song about groupies.
Is it?
Yes.
Really?
Well, because, their easy morals
Really?
lead to a fatness in the buttock area. That's the
presumably-
whole point of the song.
Oh, I see.
Make the rocking world go round. When a boy's alone on tour.
Yeah, he
That's
needs
what
a
they're
little
singing
comfort.
about.
Oh, right, okay. I thought it meant all the girls that were groupies had big bottoms.
Well, they kind of do.
Yeah, but
No,
it's okay.
Let's not. Let's not, because I'd like to work tomorrow, Sally, and probably so would you. It's 8 to 4.
BBC Radio